This woman, what's going on? And we are today making gorgeous fabric bowls. How beautiful is that? We've got SJ in the corner this morning. Morning, SJ!
Morning!
Morning! We haven't put Gemma in the corner. We've put her in a field near Bicester.
I'm sure she's having a fabulous time.
To be fair, we didn't put her there.
No, she
her
put herself
husband
there.
did.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, actually it was her
With
husband.
their caravan.
Yes.
I'm
I
blaming-
know that she's probably stressing a little bit about how
course she
we're
is.
all doing without her.
Yeah.
But in case she has got any connection and she's watching, we're doing fine.
We're fine. We're fine. It's not that we don't miss you and love you very much, clearly, but we're fine. We're all good. We're all good. We are like live everywhere, aren't we?
We are.
Well, in that case, we're good.
Yeah.
Hooray! Samples made. We're live on air. Well, this is perfect. Excellent. We just need to say hello to everybody now. That is our next job. So with SJ in the corner, she says, I don't know. Do you want me in there? I was like, yes.
I know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to give everyone as good chat as Gemma does, though. You know, I don't have as many life stories to tell everybody.
Yet, says the girl that's just come back from Vegas.
Oh, true. I don't know if I can tell any of them, though.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
I think so.
Really?
No, it wasn't that bad. No, it was a lot of fun.
Was it like, what was it called? The Hangover?
We made a lot of jokes because the hen actually isn't very good at handling her alcohol. So there were multiple occasions where she could have ended up somewhere we didn't know where.
Tattooed.
Yeah.
All the stuff.
100%.
All the stuff. Now I have an apology to make for those of you that have been waiting for your nesting storage boxes. I decided that actually, when that went into there, this is honestly what happened, SJ. I was like, it's a bit of a gap. I reckon I could fit in another. So I changed all the instructions to make a third. Hurrah! Now I've tweaked the corners. You've got the instructions as to how to do that if you want them to stay
Up straight.
But I like them I like them splurging out.
Yeah, it also makes it look like I can fit more in it.
I mean,
I know they're the same size. Doesn't make it feel so bad when I'm shoving it with more stuff.
Shoving it all in.
Yeah.
There we go. So they're your options anyway. And so yeah, you've got the 3 different sizes now, so you can nest to your heart's desires. Half meter heavens are perfect for those. Absolutely perfect. And Freddie's quite excited because he knows they're going in his new bedroom.
I'm a little bit jealous.
Are you? You like the blue, don't you?
I really do.
Now, this, I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Gemma found a book. She loves a good book, does our Gemma?
She does.
I was going to say hello to everyone. Let me just say hello to everyone before I start down the book line. Morning, Jane and Diane and Jan. Good morning, and Rebecca. She's just so excited for this. Do you know what? Because I'm not very good with other people's instructions, which in all honesty is why I write my own. I work stuff out, then I write my own. It's easier. Yeah, easier than following somebody else's. Yeah, truth. I did put off doing this all weekend. I tidied the house. I even went through the airing cupboard.
Oh,
and
wow.
Ordered all of the linen. Yeah. That's how much I put it off.
Procrastination at its best, that is.
I did 6 loads of washing. I did the lot. And then I couldn't put it off anymore this morning. I even straightened my hair and did everything before I actually opened the book because it was somebody else's instructions. But here's the good news, they're actually really easy, and I shouldn't have put it off for so long because I could have made loads more, and that would have been amazing. So I'll show you the book in a minute. Let's say, so that was Rebecca who's excited for this. Kelly, good morning. She says, looks fabulous. They are. And look, I didn't just stop there. I was so excited this morning. Look, I did another one. I need to be eau de coating these.
I was going to say, yeah.
And they would take that. Oh, I've got a few little snips I missed over here.
But the fact that you've managed to make 2 in the morning as well just shows.
Yeah, with procrastination.
How quick and easy these makes could be.
They can be as complex as you wish. But look at that. I like it a lot. Da, 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 da. This is great half meter heaven fodder as well. Because I'd whack the plane on the outside. And then, so these were half metre Evans, and now we've loaded the rest of the fabric by the half metre. I'll show you those in a minute. We'll get to that. Let's keep saying hello. Natalie, hello, how's the hamster? Nice for you to join us. Good morning, Jane. Good morning, Faye. Good morning, Jenny. She's watching on the big TV. How exciting. Morning, Claire. Oh, she said, oh yes, morning, SJ. Was wondering why Gemma was sounding different. Very different, very different. Morning, Natasha and SJ and the Makes family, says Elizabeth. And Christine, hello, good morning. And Joe, hello. And Julia, hello. And Jane, hello. And Patricia, good morning. Looking forward to seeing Make the Bowl today. It's none of my work. I mean, apart from that, I've made them. Karen says, morning, Tash. And morning, SJ. Nice to have you with us. She's going to be off. Where are you off to next?
Seychelles.
Seychelles.
Yeah.
Little gadabout.
I know. But then I'm done after that.
Yeah, but do it all before you have kids.
Yeah. That is the key.
That's the key. Just
Makes
do it
a lot harder.
and go to all the places where they don't have kids, which is even better.
So my sister and my brother-in-law have just come back from Portugal.
Yeah.
And they went with their little one who is...
I mean, Portugal's so well known for being great with kids.
Yeah, I know, right? It was a really lovely place that they went to, and they didn't leave her.
It's also
all.
the key, yeah.
But when she was having her naps, they had to stay in the room. They did less sightseeing. I mean, they enjoyed it because they needed to relax. They needed some chill time. But it's so, your holidays are very different when you've got a baby.
I reckon mine are nearly old enough to whack in a kids club.
Oh yeah, I was definitely whacked in a kids club.
They'd have the best time. They'd have a far better time than sit with
did.
me reading a book by the pool. Morning, Tracy. Morning, Margaret. Morning, Alison. Morning, Anne. Morning, Vicky. Vicky's coming in tomorrow with her puppy.
Ooh.
Just saying. Morning,
Gemma's
Syl.
gonna be jealous.
Oh, she's meant to be working. Shh. Morning, Marie. Morning, Mandy. Morning, Sue. Morning. So, oh, okay. At least it was a productive procrastination. I mean, yeah, it was. The kids' bedroom. I mean, the kids' wardrobes are now fully ordered.
How long is it going to stay like that for, though?
Oh, Captain Small's already gone through and like a whirlwind. And those bits that she can't actually reach. She started finding things to get onto things, to reach things, and yeah. Morning, Debbie. She's good evening from Queensland, Australia. Now, talking of all things Australian, we are due, a half ton of Lisa Chandler fabric today.
Hoping is ready for it. First day back in the office.
Do you know what I know? I suddenly realised I might go home and put my trainers on.
Yeah, it might be a better option.
It might be, yeah. I don't know why I wear nice shoes. You guys can't see them. Not unless I do that.
Swing them in the air.
Which I don't very often, if I'm honest. Right. Big news today. Big news. Do you want the big news, SJ?
Yeah.
Apart from the half ton of stuff that's coming
what
from
is the
Japan.
Big news?
The big news is 20% off all K-Facet collective fabrics.
All cut to order.
All cut to order K-Facet collective fabrics. If you look, and, you know what else? What I haven't told you is, not you, SJ, because you loaded them.
I was going to say.
So don't look so panicked. It's fine. Absolutely fine. So the other bit of that conversation is that it includes the brand new collection. It's just a little Monday treat while no one's watching. Shh. Tell your friends. Tell everybody. Who am I? Shh. Not shh at all. Tell everyone. Tell everyone. Because then you can do things like this. Really beautifully. Really beautifully. Have we got the shot cottons loaded? Cave shot cottons?
We have got some of them that we've still got stock of.
This is shadow. So if you wanted one to go with the brassica, then that's shadow, which is really rather gorgeous. Do you know, let me just show you this, because look at that. Oh, you can really see that shot cotton, can't you? It's beautiful. Wow. Lovely, 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 lovely. Ta-da! Perfect. So they said that they're rather a nice size. I am very, very tempted to eau de coat these. I'm not going to lie.
I would.
Yeah. Yeah. Possibly. Now, brand new fabrics as well. So I'm going to pop that to one side because that's what we're going to make today. These fabrics, loaded, cut to order. By the way, I really love these. I really love these, SJ. I'm just saying, I love them so much. I got them in 2 different colourways.
Lovely.
We have got these as half-meat Evans, do you know?
Yes, I do recognise them.
Yeah. We did one with this red, and then we did one with like a bluey cloudy colour, which was rather gorgeous too. So you could buy both of those and make loads. These do not take much fabric. That took a 12-inch square of fabric. You can make these out of your fat quarters. So if you got your Ruby Star fat quarter bundle, can we talk Ruby Star for a moment? Because we've loaded some new stuff today. And this is what I'm going to work with today. More Ruby Star Society? Yes, please. SJ, what was your comment about metallics this morning?
You just can never see them properly on the screen, and then I came in and I saw them up close and personal, and they're beautiful.
And you had a...
I had a stroke.
You did. You did.
did.
And look at this. So I'm going to use this one and this one today to make mine. I rather love this. I want to make all things out of that one.
Oh, Karen saying 20% off Cave. Do I need more Cave?
Well, of course you do. Karen, like, you know you do. And Karen, could you also make a dress out of this, please? Because I think that would make a really, really pretty summer dress. And it's all loaded cut to order, by the way. Cut to order. I really like this. Part of me thinks it looks a bit like the Scream, but without the face.
Do you think?
Well, just occasionally, because of the way it sort of wafts to the side.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all I can see now, but I still really love it. And that's gonna be my outside, and then this is gonna be the inside of my bowl. I've got it all planned. All planned, SJ. Do you know what else I have in my life planned? I've got lots of stars. Because I thought, Father's Day coming up, right? Mm-hmm. You could make lots of boy bowls.
Oh, yeah.
You know, to have by the bedside table?
Yeah.
Or on the hall where they come in, throw their keys.
Everything. Wallet, coins.
Yeah, because you can make these huge. This is the smallest size bowl. That's the smallest size. So it goes up to like an 18, it would nearly double the size. You can make massive ones. Massive ones. And so I got fabrics that would allow for boy-based ones. All the stars in all the world. Whoops. Do you want to see them? Mm. And these are all, again, the Ruby Star Society. I'm loving them.
They are lovely.
A lot, by the way. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on, I'm just having a moment.
Just having a moment.
Yeah, because, look. I've got all the colours in all the world. I wonder if we should have done a bundle of stars.
You're be asking me to do the maths that, you know.
No, I'm not asking you to do any maths.
I'm not very good at doing
No maths. No maths for you. I promise,
Last time
Gemma.
I did some costing for Gemma, I got it really wrong.
Yeah.
There's a reason I do marketing and not the maths.
Look at that one with the gold.
That's lovely.
Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? So I am a little bit in love with these. Do you know, I love the mustard and the black together.
Do you know what? I feel like it brings out the gold.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, let me show you this book, right? Because the reason I thought of these is, look at all of these different patterns that they've done. So, this is by Kirsten Fisher, and this is the book. And this has got all the templates in all the world in the back. If you want to do all sorts of whizzy wonderful things, right? But just have a look. Could you imagine this and those stars? It would be amazing.
It would be.
Really gorgeous. And then just, you know, that, you see I'd alternate it with the mustard, or you could do it with a red, leftover reds.
Sylv's asking, if you were to make a big one, how do you keep it stiff? And then she's put, you know what I mean.
I do. I'm going to show you the new stiffness in my life, if you know what I mean. I love that this woman uses cave all over the place. Love it. Love it.
The imagery is beautiful, isn't it?
It's great. And step-by-step photographic instructions so that even I could do it. It's the star bowl. That's what I really love. So you can do your block for the middle bit, and then you can do all sorts of whizzy things. I'm going to show you a very, very basic one. We're going to look at this one today. So it's not like the most basic, which was where I started. That's rather lovely. You know, we've got our cave wovens.
Yes.
That's rather lovely for a cave woven.
Yeah, it would be.
It'd be really gorgeous and quite manly. Or if you just want to use one. So this is it. So you do kind of, I think this is why I shied away from it, because you do kind of have to read the whole book before you get going. And I did. SJ, I did in the end.
You promise?
Well, I mean, almost. I can't entirely claim. I might have made it one little bit by myself because I didn't read it properly. It's fine.
I guess that's okay though, if you like
It
make
all
your own
worked
little
out
spin on all the
fine.
patterns and you make them your own.
Absolutely. Now, SJ, do I use the scream or do I use that?
I don't know, I really like that together.
It is rather lovely, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I do also really like the scream. I'm going with the scream because it's got those two different blues in.
Okay.
But then I'm going to have to do something with the stars. Particularly these two.
Yeah, they do look great together.
They do, don't they?
Yes.
I might have to do like a bag or something as well. Oh!
Do you know what? Those star fabrics would look great in the nesting.
Now,
as well.
yes, they would. They really would. And that was just it. You know, you could do those as a run of storage, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And I'm in the really fortunate position because we're moving house, is starting again from scratch, being able to make all the stuff in all the world in all the different colours is fabulous.
It'd be great to have the largest basket, like right by your bedside with all your chargers in it.
Everything.
Book. It could, yeah. hold
Everything in it. That's what I mean. That's what I'm after. Do you know what else I've got? Talking of baskets, you know how we did them in the linen?
Yes.
Look at the new linen. Look at the new
That
Ruby
is
Star
lovely.
Society linen. I love this. And you know what else? SJ.
So pretty.
Look at it! And it's got the sparklies. So I would be absolutely going for these. And actually what looks really, really nice with that is this one, which is the Starry Soft Aqua.
Oh, it works perfectly.
Doesn't it? Or if you wanted to go with a slightly lighter colour, I'm so glad I put these all away. Then you've got the Starry Frost. If you wanted to go just a tone lighter. Ooh. But that one, the Soft
Lovely.
Aqua, is exactly the colour. Exactly it. I might put that there for you. I've had a small fabric-based avalanche over here. Nothing to see here. You just enjoy that view of the fabrics while I just avalanche over here. So these are your gorgeous linens. They would make the best storage. Just the best storage. Or you could line one with, I'd alternate them. I'd have one with that on the outside and that on the inside, and then the other way around.
It would look very pretty.
They'd look great. Could put all the cat toys in there.
Lucky cats.
Well, Malcolm and Mortimer, you know, they are quite lucky pussycats. Not going to lie. Freddie keeps making them stuff out of leftover fabric that he sees everywhere. So I'm not saying that they're like great quality toys or anything like that. They're just basically just fabric scraps.
Oh, but they probably love it.
They really don't care.
No.
They really do not care. Well, you see, now I'm confused. Do I need to make a big one now or a big one later? I'd sort of prepped to do the smallest size. Might do a big one later.
Yeah.
Right, so Sylv, you asked a very good question about stiffness. And this is my answer to you. I have got in, just for this show, S133. What is it? I don't know. It's got like wood pulp and stuff in, but you can sew it, and it's adhesive. SJ is just like, this is a new game of charades that I'm really not sure.
This is where we need Gemma.
What you are saying. It's adhesive on one side. It's made out of wood pulp. And like I say, it's adhesive on one side. This stuff is what you need. and I've been sewing with it and I've been cutting it. Brilliant. If you have a rotary cutter that you use for paper, or just change your blade or whatever, you're not going to be cutting very much of it. You're going to be cutting 4 sides. Well, twice, 8 sides. So, you know, it's entirely up to you. Now, if I was doing the big ones, I would do the outer and the inner in that. Okay? However, because I've done the little one, and look, that's
not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere. What you can get away with is if you've got any of the S520 left over. Do you remember when we did, I used some of this when we did the fan bags?
Yes.
So I know a lot of you bought it when we had the fan bags. This is the S520. Again, it's adhesive on one side. And you can totally get away with that on the inside. But I'd only say for the small one. Otherwise, definitely go big.
Gemma's actually logged on. She's managed to find some Wi-Fi. She needs to
go
go
on
away.
holiday.
But she's put, you need my Tash translation services. That's one thing she didn't teach me before she went away. So before her next holiday, we need to have a crash course on that, please.
This is it. This is brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. And again, I was really scared to use it. So what happened was we had the Vlisolina rep round the other day, and we were saying, look, we've got this book and we really, really, really want to make these bowls, but you don't do anything for them because it's meant to be a double-sided adhesive. I just can't find the stuff that they've used. Just sometimes, especially if there's American, sometimes you just can't get it in this country, or it's not from a supplier that, you know, you can guarantee you're going to get it from.
Yep.
So what Janet very, very, very cunningly said is that because you stitch your inner bowl to your outer bowl, I've used heat and repair, heat and bond. What's it called? Bond and repair?
Bond and repair.
Bond and repair. I'm just putting all of the different versions of it in one thing.
It's still the same words. Does the same thing.
But I'll show you what I've done, and then you can do what you want. But this is the stuff, Sylv. This is the stuff for sure. For sure. So I'm going to use that on the outside. Now, Jane, very, very kindly cut me one. I'm going to show you how we mark it up.
Gemma said, I'm sitting in my caravan in my PJs, having a coffee and enjoying the view. So she's still enjoying some time off.
Right, so there is like a shiny side and then a non-shiny side. You're going to mark up the non-shiny side. The shiny side is the bit that's got the adhesive. Now, we're going to make a 9-inch finished bowl. So the first one you cut bigger, and we're going to start to mark it up with a bit of a grid. Okay, so your outer ones are going to have a 1/2 inch added to them, but your inner square, your center square, is going to end up being 3 inches. Okay. So it looks a bit like that. Well, I mean, it looks exactly like that because that is it. Now, in the book, at the back, you get a template for the corners. This is your quilt bowl corner. There are 2 different types of corner that you can do. You can either do one which folds up sort of there and leaves that, or you can take out a chunk there and fold it up like that. And this will do both. We've used template plastic, okay? I started because I couldn't find the template plastic because it had been, you know, like put in its place. All of that kind of shenanigans had happened. I was like, where is it? So I've now got a template, but you can get away with it just like that, but template plastic is better because you're going to make a lot of these. So I start with it just a little bit away so I can get my pen right into that corner. And then you're going to work your way round, lining up. So I'm lining up that centre bit on my corner bit, going into that corner and using it to go all the way out. Excuse me. So do you know how Gemma came to be in a caravan in Bicester? In a field in Bicester?
Did you two have a little exciting adventure over the weekend that you need to tell us all about?
And I'm blaming John Cole Morgan for this because he invited us to his birthday / housewarming. And so Gemma decided to just take the weekend and part of the week off. You go around, by the way, and you do it on the other side as well. And so I'm blaming John for the fact that we don't have Gemma here today. He caught her trying to have a soft drink and promptly made her do a chocolate chili tequila shot.
Oh, Gemma hasn't drank in a long time.
I know. That was quite funny.
Okay.
What was less funny was when Freddie came up to me and said, "Mummy, I love your rose lemonade."
Oh, so he was having some too.
That ain't just rose lemonade, love. Oh no, that had a hefty bit of gin in there. So yeah, Freddie had a great time.
Fabulous.
He drank the whole thing while I wasn't looking. He just thought it was the lemonade because there was a big thing of just lemonade in one of those.
Yeah.
That you just. So Emily had been helping herself to that, which was fine because that was soft. Freddie just helped himself to mine because he was too lazy to go and get.
So soft.
Less soft.
Well, at least he had a good time.
He had a great time. Absolutely great time.
I think that happens, doesn't it? I know that my cousin's children, we were at a wedding and they decided to take a sip of their dad's drink. She was like, "No, it's naughty lemonade."
Naughty lemonade. Yeah, mine was the naughty lemonade.
But I mean, Freddie didn't notice that it was naughty lemonade.
No, because he'd never tasted rose lemonade.
So he just thought...
So he didn't know what it should taste like. He just thought it was really nice. But it was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got an adult's taste buds already.
Ugh. Yeah. I've never sort of, like, if they've had a sip of stuff, I've never made a thing of it. You know, like the French start drinking pretty much out the womb, don't they?
Yes.
And they don't seem to have the binge culture that we have. So I don't really make anything of it. Apart from obviously when it's at somebody else's party and you're like, oops.
It's okay. Didn't go too overboard. It is true though. I know that in Indian culture as well, we're known for being big drinkers.
Are you?
I had a conversation with some of my friends about, you know, just the way that we kind of handle our drink, and he was like, "Yeah, but it's because you start drinking at like 12 years old with your parents." I was like, "Not quite."
Not quite.
Not
but
quite.
Close. Not
But
quite, but close.
when you do it at home and you do it with your parents, and
It's a
you
safe
kind
space,
of,
isn't
it's
it?
a safe space,
Yeah.
and yeah, you then don't go crazy when
No.
you're let out.
Crazy when you're let out. That's the quote of today. You're not going to go crazy when you're let out.
Yeah.
I'm now going to draw a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So I've cut out those bits, and then I'm just going to draw down to that line there. And again, do this all the way around. But we did see the giraffe in John's back garden.
Oh, okay.
And we had a very lovely time.
I was going to say, it looked like you had a lovely time from the pictures.
I wore a dress. Even Geraldine, I think Geraldine's still on holiday, I don't know, but even she stopped and went, "Oh, Natasha, in a dress."
Lovely.
So I'm just going to do that one side and then spin it and do it down the other side and just sew a line across as well. So this is going to be my base. All about the base. Oh no, is this where I'm going to do musical references that you're too young to remember?
I mean, I do know one song that says all about
All
the
about
bass.
the bass. Yes, that's
All
the one.
about the bass. about
Yes,
that
that's
bass,
it.
no
Yeah.
Oh God,
That's the one.
I'm really turning into Gemma now, aren't I? I'm
You
actually
have.
singing now
You
as well.
see what happens when you sit in the mustard chair.
Oh, it happens.
It happens. It's all good. She couldn't help herself, could she?
I really couldn't. Got carried away.
No, Gemma. She had to log on.
Oh,
Check
yeah.
we
she
were
did. She
all
needed to
okay.
make sure that we'd.
She's like a proper mother hen, isn't she?
Yeah.
Bless her.
I know that she was a little bit panicked about taking some time off, not being here.
She's got to.
But yeah,
She's got to.
and we're fine.
So far, so good. Let's not jinx it. So that is our starting point there. So I'm going to get my scream. It's not. I must stop calling it the scream. It's not, is it? It's really. Oh, where is it? Oh, I left it here. Here we go. Gonna help myself to a little bit of this. And you want, it's going to have to be an inch bigger. So I'm going to cut it just a little bit larger. Oh, hey up, I can hear Inga having a... I think she's getting ready to go to the post office now she's back. Oh, look, everyone's having holidays.
Yeah. It's the season though, isn't it? Just before school holidays.
Yeah, for those that don't have kids, right?
You want to get away just before all those prices hike up.
Yep.
Yeah, my auntie and uncle, this is the first year that both of their kids are old enough for them to feel comfortable to kind of go away on holiday and leave them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're both at university now. They don't feel so guilty because they've gone off.
At
And
university,
they've
amazing.
moved out. Whereas I think when they were still living at home, they felt an obligation to still take them on holiday. So they're off to Italy next week.
Oh,
and they're like,
beautiful.
We're going to be able to go away outside of the school holidays.
We've just
not
saved
got-
ourselves a bucket load of cash.
Well, A, because they're only booking it for 2 people, and then because it's in the, it's outside of school holidays.
Perfect.
Just after half term.
Win.
The summer holiday. So they're having,
all the fun.
all the fun. But they have waited until their children are like 19 and 23
I think that's fair enough.
before they felt comfortable. I was like, I'm pretty sure my parents went away without us way before then.
Yeah, mine did, and something would always go wrong. Became a standing joke, and it wasn't that I was doing anything wrong. I've just adhered that, by the way, to there, and then I'm going to cut an inch round bigger than it needs to be. This is if you want to do the technique where you don't do an extra binding. This is a fold-in binding, okay? Otherwise it's difficult. I can only show you one technique at a time. Yeah, so something would always go wrong, like one of Mum's lamb, she was only a lamb herself, gave birth to a lamb that she then didn't want to feed or do anything with. So I was there trying to put the tube down it, milk the sheep and then give the lamb the colostrum. Mum's like, what's happened? Then there were floods. That was a fun one.
Oh, yeah.
And that was another lamb-based situation because I had my bottle-fed lambs then, and they needed feeding. Couldn't get back to them because everywhere flooded, couldn't get home. The house got struck by lightning. That was another fun one.
Okay, yeah, these are quite extreme.
So that was, I know, that was a really funny one because my mum and my dad, they hadn't really gone that far. They'd only gone to Oxford to have lunch with my brother because he was at university. And it was in the days where my dad would really frown upon anyone having a mobile phone out in a restaurant, let alone speak on one.
Yep.
Like you just didn't do it. So I rang my brother because what am I going to do? The house has just been struck by lightning, right? I took it as a sign that I really shouldn't have been doing my maths at the kitchen table because it came right down through the light, right in front of me. I was doing my maths homework. I was just
If there was ever a sign.
Exactly! I took it as a sign that maths A level was not for me. So the house got struck by lightning right at the table where I was sitting. Mum and Dad had an electric auger, just blew everything.
Oh, no.
Just blew everything. So yeah. So there's my dad getting all like, tutty, because my brother picked up the phone to me until he heard the words, struck by lightning, grabs the phone. What do you mean? Yeah, all the fun. So stuff like that used to happen all the time when I was left in charge.
What happened whenever my dad was on holiday or not at home, the boiler would break.
It's that kind of stuff,
Power
isn't it?
cuts, yeah.
All of
Never
that.
had the struck by lightning though, thankfully.
Oh no, I mean, save that one up for another time.
Yeah.
It's all the fun. I'm going to show you how to use the S520. I would only use this with the small bowl. Okay, if you're going to do any size bigger than the 9-inch bowl, please use the S133 for inside and outside. In fact, I don't know if I'm even confusing it, just showing you this. I might be, but you know, you're grown-ups, you can cope. That's my feeling on the matter. I hope I'm right.
Oh, Karen has ordered the daisy for a new summer dress.
Yay! I knew it.
You haven't missed much. We've been talking about what have we, Karen's asking.
I mean,
what
my
she's
house
missed while she went
being
to,
struck by lightning.
yeah, just all the things that used to happen when your parents would go away on holiday and leave you at home.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, and not my fault.
Oh,
You know, like
John's joined
natural
us.
disasters. Morning, John.
Oh no,
How are
I
you,
don't
my
think he's had a very good morning. Does anyone else have trouble with call centres? I feel my blood pressure has gone through the roof.
Oh no. Actually, do you know, I have to get, and I'm going to name and not shame. What's the other one?
Name and praise?
Name and praise doesn't quite sound the same, does it?
No, it doesn't.
So, it's no secret I'm going through a divorce right now. I'm just trying to find the non-adhesive side. I think it's this side. So this is the one I'm marking up. I'm just going to mark a 3-inch grid. Going through the files, I'm like, what is this direct debit that keeps coming out? And I had just assumed that it was Stephen's car insurance. I was like, is this your car insurance coming out? He's like, no. It's a hefty whack. It really was a hefty whack. Like, what is it then? So I rang them up. It was pet insurance for 3 animals that had died years ago. And the woman could not have been nicer. She just couldn't have been nicer. And so she's refunding it and everything.
Well, that'll be a nice whack when it comes through, hopefully.
Well, it'll pay for a bit of the move, that's for sure. It's just like...
Love how you blamed it on Stephen's car insurance
I
to
know.
begin with.
But that was what I'd always assumed it was when I'd
Yeah.
gone through, and it was only just breaking it down. I was like, well, hang on a minute. You know.
Surely not.
Surely, like, what actually is this? Just double check. And he's like, no. I mean, one of them was for Arthur. And you know how long ago we lost Arthur? He didn't quite make it to my 40th, did he?
No.
So I've just managed to ruin that pen.
Uh-oh. We've not got another one.
What? I mean, probably.
I've got one here.
It's all right.
You got it?
Yeah, all the fun. I did this in pencil earlier. I don't think it likes the, I'm not sure. I've done it so that you guys can see, but I don't know that it likes the texture of the back of this. This is where I need to double check that I did indeed do it on the non-shiny side. You've really got to look on these to really see where the adhesive is. These were some things that I never really knew what they were, so I always steered clear of. I had a bit of an interfacing phobia, which for someone that, you know, isn't normally a scaredy cat, it's just the unknown. I didn't really know. No one had ever sat me down and talked me through it, so I didn't really know if I was doing it right. So now it's all fine, SJ. I've grown up, put big girl pants on, it's all good. So this time it's slightly smaller than this one, you can see. And that's absolutely fine. That's exactly how you want it to be. But we're going to go around and mark again in the exact same way that we did before. Potentially with a pen that works. Or not. Going in with a pencil, SJ, not the white, because it's not going to be seen. There we go. There we go. We're all good.
Hopefully we can still see it.
Yeah. Do. So just mark these up. To be honest, it's the marking up that takes the time. Everything else is pretty simple.
It's always the case though, isn't it? The preparation.
Prime proper preparation, you know, prevents poor performance and all that. Oh, I'm so glad that Karen is having a dress out of that daisy. I think it's beautiful fabric.
It'll be stunning in a dress as well.
Yes. So then you go around, you mark the other side. I'm not going to apologise for doing this twice because, you know, I did think about pre-marking up some of these. I thought, no, do you know what? Just having that repetition sometimes really helps. Just cement it so that when you come to do it, you'll be like, oh yeah, Natasha did spend ages trying to get that right. And I'm going to reiterate, I'm only using this on the smallest size. I wouldn't use this on a bigger size. but it's worked really fine for the small size. I love that. I'm so pleased with that.
Yeah, that is lovely.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? And then we cut that bit out. What did I do with my scissors, SJ? I feel like I've lost everything today. Oh no, there we go. Yeah, so I think
going to be using her fabric bowls for all the sweets and treats.
Oh,
Good
yes.
idea.
Oh yeah, and when we start getting the Christmas fabrics in, that'll be
They'll look
gorgeous,
great.
won't it? Absolutely gorgeous. Now the book is on the website for you. Get involved with that, but we have then sourced everything else that you need in your life. And just to be able to have matching stuff, like I was thinking earlier, I might do a William Morris one with a strawberry thief on each.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that look lovely? And it's just the stuff you're not going to buy in the shops. And then a Lisa Chandler one for the bedroom.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Be absolutely gorgeous. So that's how I'm going to mark up that. Now the next thing is to just cross from corner to corner on that square. Just going to mark that in here. And I'm going to mark it on this one as well. And then on this one, I'm just going to do a little bit of scoring. So if you've got your style, your stiletto, before you start stitching anywhere, just score. And card makers will know that is just going to make that easier to bend, because this is going to be the base.
Well, John wants to see a close-up of our cave bowl that you can see in the corner.
Ooh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty, John. You're gonna love it. There we go. Yeah, I definitely will be doing all the stuff on that. Right. So, shall I make the base and then make the top? Do it that way around. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. So, what I'm going to do is sew around where I've just scored it. Okay. Now, if you can, you want to pull up your thread. I'm going to make sure you can use, okay, it would have helped if I'd actually, here we go. You can use an size 80 needle for this. We've got them in stock, haven't we?
Let me double check, I'm sure we do.
In the one of many, many, many. Hang on, in the pack of many. I just want to pull that thread up from the bottom. Come on, come on. There it is. There, ouch, there it is. Whoop. There we go. Okay. And then you can, but just keep that thread up and out the way.
Yeah.
And try not to prong yourself on the needle like I just did.
I'm going to pop it to the top of the collection, the 80 pack of 100. The 80 pack of 100.
Yeah, the 80 pack of 100, they're fab. They're really good. Whoops. Yes, I'm going to need a plaster.
Oh, are you? Okay. Let me mute myself and go find a plaster.
Yeah. I really did actually prong myself on there. What an idiotic thing to do. And then what we're going to do is sew down that side along, excuse the blood, down one side along and up. I think it just adds to it, right? And if you can, I'm not going to now, just there we were, getting all cocky, because we're like, yeah, we've managed to get to air without Gemma here. We're doing all right. Yeah. And then go all the way around. At this point, I should probably change the needle, by the way, just in case I bent it. But I'll do that in a second. We were tempting fate, weren't we? Yeah.
Okay, we've got some really weird shaped ones, or some
I love a
skinny
weird
ones.
shaped one. Is it for like the back of a heel or something?
Yeah, look at that one.
Oh, I think that goes. Does that go around the back of a heel? Yeah. What else have we got?
Well, you've got like little skinny ones.
Oh, that's all right. That's all I
Yeah.
need.
Should we go with a little skinny one?
Yeah, that's perfect. Bear with everyone. I can't open these. I'll sort that out in a minute.
Oh, now Gemma's going to be like, oh no, health and safety while I'm away as well.
I know. Oh yeah, probably a little skinny one. It's stopped now, actually, to be honest. It wasn't, it's just, I just caught it. There we go. I know, I think we got complacent, didn't we?
Plaster's in the first aid kit, is in the sideboard next
Yeah,
to my desk.
yeah, no, we know where the first aid kit is. But bless you. There we go, and then across. Gemma, you're not meant to be watching the whole point
Now
of
she's
having a
telling me that I
holiday.
need to fill out the accident book.
No, we do not need to fill out an
Tash.
accident book. Good grief. I don't know when it's your own company if you have to. What am I going to do? Sue myself for being an idiot?
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't know how that one works. Have to look into that. So we just sew around this. This is the only bit really, unless you choose to machine stitch your binding on. These are the only bits that you're going to see your thread on. So you can do them as a contrast, you can do them the same, that's fine. So we've stitched around the base, and then we've stitched around all of those, and that on the back you can't really see, can you? It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so that is pretty much the base done. Oh no, it's not really the base done, but that's your sort of your preparation. And then the reason you can then score these bits, and if you've got one of these, you can always use, you know, the bit that looks like, do you remember we had one customer who wanted to return this because it didn't have a biro in it?
Yeah.
Well, but it's not meant to. It's not a biro.
It's not quite a pen.
No, it's not quite a pen. It's for this kind of thing. And also because you can mark seams with it on fabric that you don't want to use any kind of thing on it. It just sort of goes glossy. So then what you do is fold that back like that. Now, you're going to have to use your fingers to make sure that those line up, because you can't see the other side. Okay. And then what I did, if I were you, just whack one in there, and then another there. And what you're going to do is stitch on the fabric, not on the lining. On the fabric down to the base. Okay, and we're going to do that on all the sides. And again, pull up your whatsits, just not the way that I did. But it does need to be absolutely so close so that your needle is going right through it. And do you know what? You might occasionally go through one of the layers. It's not going to be, you can kind of hear, can you hear that click? That's where I've just caught it. Can you see I've just caught it on the other side? It's really lovely and close. That's exactly what I want. So again, I'm going to feel to get those absolutely level. And when they feel absolutely level, I'm going to pop a clip in. And this, the closer and neater that you can get this bit of sewing, sort of the better. It does make for a neater bowl. Is everyone all right on the Book of Faces, SJ?
Everyone is
They're all behaving
okay.
themselves.
Yeah.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
Everyone is actually behaving themselves today.
Apart from me. Just me then. Now, this isn't going to go flat, the other side, because you've just basically put a dart in. Okay, so you're just going to clip these as closely as you can. So again, using your finger to really make sure that they line up. You can pin, but to be honest, I prefer to clip, because also it means that I can line up the clips and make sure that they're all good. Once you've got once you've started sewing, you know, they're not really going to go anywhere. But just line it. There we are. And then the last side, here we go, is here, and again just maneuver it so that those sides excuse me. And then and away we go again. So just a little bit of concentration just as you come down here, going as close as you can. You will hear a sound difference if you start to stitch through it. Like I say, it's not the end of the world. And that is your base done. See, that wasn't really too difficult, was it?
No.
Really wasn't. And then you just have to, oh no, before you do that, I say that's that done. What you can then just do is trim back these seams to 1/4 of an inch. And again, you're not gonna get right down to the base, but it doesn't matter. There we go. Then on the other side, just trims everything back. Now tomorrow we have got our Oriental Baltimore finishing. Ooh. Yay! So we'll be showing you how to do those symbols and everything else. We've waited so long for this fabric, and I hope, oh gosh, hang on, I'm on the wrong, sorry guys, completely the wrong camera angle. So what we're doing is just cutting 1/4 of an inch seam off all of those. Sorry. Sometimes this machine doesn't always like to do as it's been asked. There we go. So that is your base. You can press those to one side. If you have managed to find yourself somewhere a double-sided fusible, just be really careful if you start pressing your seams open, because obviously that would be fusible. So there are just a few little things that if you do find a fusible double-sided one that you would just want to maybe be a little bit careful with. But luckily this all works. So you can press your seams open, and it just helps to reduce any bulk. Or if you don't want to do that, you could always get your seam presser and do that. That works as well. Have we got any more of these left?
No, we don't. The nesting storage box digital is
live. Is it live?
It is.
And then you need to just turn this somehow inside out. And there, actually it's easier to press that way, isn't it? There you go. Oh, well done, SJ.
So I'll pop that into today's collection as well, in case anybody wants to pop that in their basket.
Lovely, thank you. There we go. So just pressing those. Again, it's just reducing the bulk, isn't it, when you come to put one inside the other. So that is my base. Now, the way that I've done mine, I'm going to do the fold over hem now. And you can judge on which one you like the look of best, because I did this two ways. In my quick, we need to get this done for the show. When it said a roll down binding, I assumed it was going to be like when you do a quilt and you kind of press it in half and then fold it over and tack it down.
Yeah.
No, it's not. So, and that's what I did on there, because I was too late. I'd already adhered everything there, and I was like, oh.
I was going to say they do look slightly different, don't they?
Yeah, but not so much that you'd really know. This has got a blanket stitch. You can hand stitch this down. This has got a blanket stitch. But this is, if you just fold that over into there, and again, you just want to trim off one of those. And then the other one sits inside.
Ah, nice.
So it's up to you which way you want to do it. We should probably do how the book does it, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. But just in case you like to do your binding like that, that way works too. It works too. So, if this were double-sided adhesive, you'd be adhering it onto there. Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do is just press it for now. And you can use some of your Bond and Repair if you want it to be adhered like forever. Or what I did, you can use your Soline glue pen. All of these things work, right? Or you can use your quilter's tape. Like, it depends what you want to go with. So I'll show you various versions of this. Now you're going to want to trim off one side here, and I would just be methodical as to which one you trim. So I'm going to always trim the one on the right, and then I'm always going to be folding it the same way. Does that make sense? And then you can just put a line of your glue there. And if you then put a line of your glue along there, and then this end here, you want to just fold down and then just trim you'll just trim that off. So that will just fold and fold. Fold and fold down. And again, get a bit of your sew line glue pen and then just trim that off there. Uh-oh, nearly end of my glue pen. It's not what I want, is it? Eh?
Nope. Not
Nope.
for this make.
Nope. So, fold it down and again, and that just does quite a neat little finish there. And you can press that so that it really does stay firm. No. Can I squeeze a bit more out? No! Let's go to this one. There we go. This is why you need all the refills in all the world, SJ. Fact.
Yes.
So we are going to fold in and fold in so you've got no raw edges showing there. And if you had this, like I say, if you had a double adhesive, then you'd just be pressing that down onto there. It's not the end of the world because you are, of course, going to be slotting your other one in. So dee. Okay. Bit of a blast of steam, and that is my bag outer. My bag outer? What am I making? Bowl.
You're making a bowl, yeah.
My bowl outer, and I will go around and trim all of those because, you know, I didn't pull them through because I cut myself. Lovely. Right, next up we're going to do the inside bit. Okay, now if you can, as I did here, just do it in one piece, and that's absolutely fine, and that would work exactly like you've just done your outside, but without stitching around the base there. Okay, and that is gorgeous.
Yep.
And really, really lovely. We can all agree on that, yes?
Yes.
Yes, yes, we can. However, Jane and I had a conversation about this fabric earlier. It is kind of directional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which means I'm going to have to do something a little bit different. Okay. Weirdly, it saves me fabric in a sort of weird sort of way.
But rather than putting just one piece in?
Yeah, because what I'm going to do is chop this into quarters, which means that I only need to get a piece about that wide. So if you've got long quarters, you can long quarter it all over the place.
Ah.
You move my template so I don't cut into those. I just love this fabric. I just adore it. I don't use the daisies in case, you know, they've all been bought by Karen. Guys, do make use of the 20% off all K-Facet cut to order fabrics today. I'm going to cut through these diagonally, okay?
The discount code is KFC20.
KFC20, that's your code.
Yeah.
Good job.
And it is in the web banner, if anyone forgets or wants to copy and paste it to make it easier.
Any of that. Now, if you don't want any K fabric, what? Then the other code is still running, is it not?
It is. So that's the free half metre when you spend over £50, and the discount code for that one is free half metre, all one word. You just have to add the mystery half metre worth £7.
95, £7.95.
Yeah.
It's worth up to £7.95.
Yeah,
isn't it?
you just need to add that to your basket once you've spent £50 and then add the discount code, and that will work as well.
Perfect. So I'm going to sort of fussy cut so that I have one of those in the middle and they're all going in the same direction. That one there. And this is where I really hope that I've got this the right way round. No! You know, I told you it felt different when I was putting it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That way.
Oh.
That way. I know.
You did say.
I did
you
say,
have to be
didn't I?
really careful.
I did say. It's kind of not the end of the world of this because I'm trying to think what I would need those lines for now. Not a lot now, if I'm honest. So what I'm just going to do is put enough steam on these just to get, I can sort of see through as well. Just to get enough adhesion, and then I'll spin them around. But this is effectively just fussy cutting. They're gonna look gorgeous. Right, let me flip these around and pop them on properly. Appear to have a squeaky iron today.
Yeah, I was going to say it's.
If this was the first one that I was making, I would go and remark, by the way. And I might rue the day that I didn't, but we'll give it a go. I'm going to use a 1/4 of an inch to cut these. If you want to, on this top line, you can do a little bit more, because that is going to fold over to be your sort of your seam allowance around the top, because we're just going to sit this into the bowl. So the inside, so if you see what I mean, that's going to fold over there. So if you want to leave yourself a larger one, because that will then sit into my bowl there, like so, then just make sure that you've got yourself a wide enough seam allowance there. Now this is how I did this one. So if you wanted to do alternating patterns or anything like that, I keep thinking about the black and the mustard stars, SJ, and how gorgeous they would look.
We're going to have to do something with them, aren't we?
Now you and your boyfriend are sort of, you know, cohabiting occasionally, aren't you?
Yeah.
Does he just come in and throw his keys all over the place?
So he's a strange one, because he can be very organised when he wants to be.
Right.
And has a colour coded and coordinated and
Wow.
ordered wardrobe.
What?
But then, like, letters just end up everywhere. Sometimes they're on the sofa, sometimes they're in the kitchen, sometimes they're on the table by the front door, and then his wallet is just left. It's just random things that just get put.
So if he had one of these to just put, like, or you know, some people take off like cufflinks and wallet and watch and all of that
as soon as they come through the door.
Yeah. It's their equivalent of just whipping their bra off, I think, like when we come through the door. Comfort, bra off, thank you very much.
So I think we would need one of these by the front door, so that all of that goes into one place.
Yes.
I feel like when it has a home, then he does really well at putting it back in that home.
Oh wow, okay, so that's quite well trained already. Well done.
Yeah, but when it's things that haven't got an established home, they end up everywhere.
Okay, so when there is any kind of question mark over that final destination.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I things like these bowls would be very handy.
Work a treat.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, this would create a home for everything.
Are you tidy or not?
I am. I like to think I'm very tidy.
Okay, and the reality is?
I think I am. Well, my dad has OCD, so he'd probably say no.
Right, okay.
I'm
going to mark that line.
But I think I am quite tidy. I like everything to have a home, like everything to go back in its home.
Oh, bless you.
You know, yeah, I have a way of folding all my clothes and things like that. So
do you? Does it look like you've been in a shop?
Wow. So my uncle used to, well, no, he still does, owns a shop, and, you know,
did you used to go and fold fabric?
Yeah, you know, everyone had to work there every now and then. Summer holidays I'd go. So I did get taught how to fold clothes in a retail
Do you know,
standard.
I think everyone should be taught how to fold clothes in a retail styly. I'd love all my clothes folded in a retail styly. Doesn't happen.
But it does mean that when I've gone shopping...
a bit like Sheldon off Big Bang.
I don't think I'm that bad.
Really?
Some might say
I want one of those things, though, that he...
So Calps does have one of them.
Does he?
He has a T-shirt folder.
Oh, amazing.
He does have a T-shirt folder.
Amazing.
So this is what I mean. When he wants to be, he can be really organised and tidy.
Amazing.
But when he doesn't want to be, he can be the complete opposite.
Okay. No, I hear you. So I'm going to put these right sides together. Okay. And I'm going to stitch up to that mark there. Okay, so I did just remark so that you guys could see. So again, using my fingers just to make sure that everything is lined up beautifully.
Oh, Jane's come up with a great idea. Jane Gray. She said the inside would be perfect for small off-cut bits. Yes. So it's so true. These bowls could be used.
I got as far as snacks.
Oh no, I think she means as in making it. Using, Using your
and they do
leftovers,
say that
your scraps.
They absolutely do say that you can use up all your little scrappy bits, because not everyone has a massive, you know. I mean, no one we know does not have a massive cave collection.
No, but I think that's what's great with these bowls, isn't it? You can, like you said, half metre. If you want to get bolts of fabric and make a whole set.
Well, that's just it. Or, you know, and you could size them up as well. You could have various ones around your sitting room, or if you've got bits left over and you're not quite sure what to do with it, so maybe you made that gorgeous William Morris quilt that we had last week, and you had some of the Strawberry Thief and you wanted to make a matching bowl or something, do it. So now that we've cut it in the way that quilters do, now that we've cut everything to pieces, we're now going to sew it all back together again, okay? So, and this is just so that you've got everything in a directional way, okay? I'm just going to press these a little bit so that you can just see how that's going to work.
Karen says that she keeps seeing posts on Instagram of a fella folding T-shirts and jeans in a shop, and she's finding that very addictive to watch.
I mean,
it is true. There's a lady that I actually follow on Instagram as well, and all she does is fold.
Oh, why is that not changed? Sorry, everyone. I'm having a bit of a nightmare with that today. It doesn't want to fold. It doesn't want to change. So then you've got your straight lines, and you're going to go right sides together, and you're just going to sew from there to there. Okay. Hang on. Did I hear that right? There's just someone that just folds stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Karen follows somebody. He just folds T-shirts and jeans in a shop. And she finds it addictive to watch. I do understand that, though. I do get it, like all the different ways to fold. I don't know. I find it really therapeutic to... There's some Instagram channels that literally just show you how to organise your fridge and things like that, and you just sit there and watch that.
Do you know what I did the other day? Talking about, this is me living the dream. You know, with the flatter sprays, we've got those turny, roundy, spinny carousel things.
Yes.
Do you know what I've done?
What did you do?
I've put one on the top shelf of my fridge and put all my little condiments.
That's such a good
So it just spins
idea.
around and I can actually see them.
That is a very
It's
good
a really
idea.
good idea. My brother spent a fortune on like a proper fridge one. I'm like, forget that, love. I'm pretty sure I've got something that will do that quite
Susan's
nicely.
just said, how many or how much do you get in a pack for $20.99? Susan, I'm not quite sure what product you're referring to, so if you can just pop it in the comments and then I can have a look for you.
Oh, for $20.99. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not sure.
Let's see if I can just... There we go. So now I can just press that open. And again, anything really light with quilting just to reduce the bulk. And now we've sewn that centre bit back together, then we're going to start sewing up these sides. Okay. So again, using that finger just to make sure that everything is lined up. Clip it and then sew it. Clip and sew, clip and sew. You can pin, but really, why would you when you could clip? Although, have you seen the amazing pins that I've got for Wednesday's show?
I don't think I've seen them yet.
Oh, they're amazing. Just amazing. But I'm not going to say anymore.
Okay, we'll all have to wait.
You will all have to wait, yeah.
Even I have to wait.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll show you them. They're on the desk.
Okay, fab.
But it means that you can baste pin your quilts one-handed.
Oh wow.
There's none of that trying to find it through the other way. Just saying.
Sounds pretty impressive.
I know. I bought a few just to see if they were as good as they looked, and I am quite impressed. Not gonna lie, quite impressed. So I'm just going to, again, running that finger along there, clip it in place. She actually, in hers, I have to tell you, uses a bit of like washi tape just to hold everything in place if you don't want to pin through.
Oh, that is always a good idea.
It is, isn't it? I've got this at a really bad angle so no one can see what I'm doing. So that's your opposite lines done, and then you'll go in. So you know how on the outside we scored those lines in the middle? You don't have to, because you've now got a seam on there, so there's no need for scoring any of that. Now I'm going to reiterate, I am using, oh hello, hang on, I do not want to float. How have I got a floating foot? What's going on? How have I just turned that on? Oh, that's why. Lower the presser foot. Up, down, up, down. Sorry, I pressed weird floating foot button as which you would use for when you do velvets and stuff, so that you don't upset the pile. The nap, rather. God, I'm going to need a nap after this. What was I saying? I've no idea. Can't remember what I was even talking about now.
You were talking about the lines.
Oh yeah, so I'm only using this one and not the S133 just because I made the smallest one. Otherwise I'd be doing all of this with the other one. And it's really malleable. I've been very impressed with it. But just for those of you that might have a little bit of this left over, because I know that some of you bought, and you know that I will do that if there is a way to save you from having to. I shouldn't really do it, it's probably really bad business skill, but so that is my inside there. Look at that. Oh, how pretty is that? Almost fussy cut in the middle there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Nice, right? And so then I'm going to fold that over. And I did this, didn't I, earlier? I did it earlier with my glue pen. I've run out of my glue pen, so I'm going to use my quilter's tape. Right, now, this latest quilter's tape that we've had in is a special one. It's like a low tack, but it means that what you can do is you can use your, and I don't know if you can do this on the original one that we used to get. We stopped getting it because it wasn't 1/4 of an inch, and we could get more for less with like unbranded ones. So if I just fold that over, and if I want that to take more firmly, I just apply heat. And I don't know if you knew that you could do that for more of an adhesion, but I'm telling you, you can. And then on the corners, what I've done is, because I didn't sew up to those, right up to those edges, I sewed to the end of the lining. There we go. And you can just put a little bit of tacky tape on there. And again, this is just what it means is that that can then go around there. Sit in there nicely. And that can go around. I'm just talking to myself.
Sorry, tell me away.
No. Just I sort of realised I was mumbling to myself. Just telling myself what to do, SJ. Someone's got to. So how many of you have got children off on half term this week, all the fun?
I was wondering why my journey in was quite quiet today.
Yeah. The little moppets are not at school today. Bless them. Bless them.
Oh, this is why you had your Jubilee celebrations on Friday with the school. How did that
Oh,
go?
yeah. Did you? Yeah. Do you know what? It went really well. Emily wore her little Jubilee dress.
She looked stunning.
She looked really sweet, and I was very grateful. We had 1/2 metre heaven. I don't know if we miscounted or what, of one of the Lewis and Irene's, which was brilliant. Left with the crown fabric on, the gold crown. So I nicked that. I must remember to actually take it off stock, and use that to applique a crown onto the back
of one of Freddie's t-shirts.
Of one of Freddie's old t-shirts, which worked a treat.
Yeah, they looked great.
It just worked, and I don't, off the top of my head, SJ, I don't really know what a crown looks like. It's one of those things that you sort of know what it looks like, but if you were asked to suddenly draw one, you'd be like,
where do I start?
Yeah. So I just copied the shape of one of the crowns on there. Seemed to do the job.
No, it looked great.
So he loved it, and so I did make him parade around in all of his tops that were almost grown out of. It's like, right, which is going to be the sacrificial top for the Queen's Jubilee? Because it's all very well when they want you to come up with these things. And I have to say, right, some families had gone, SJ, like, full on, all out.
Wow.
All out, as in, like, they had, I can snip that, can't I? They had, like, matching outfits and the whole shebang, like 1950s dresses, and the husband and the child, everyone was wearing like matching.
So I was
and then there was a husband and wife team that she came dressed as a soldier and he came dressed as a post box.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then I think regretted it quite heavily when we all sat outside in the playground.
As a post box.
As a post box in 21-degree heat. Yay! Good life choices.
Yeah. See, I was one of those children who decided to tell my mum that I needed a fancy dress outfit.
The day before?
The day before.
Yeah.
And my mum...
All parents love that, by the way.
Yeah, she said that Karma will come back around one day.
You will have that child that does exactly the same to you.
Yeah, she loved to make all of our fancy dress outfits. So we've
Did
got,
she?
yeah, my mum she's quite good at that as well. So we've got a fancy dress box at home of all the stuff that she's made us through the years, and now my niece has started to make her way through them, so it's really cute. But it meant that my mum would be there until like 3 a.m. or still in the morning finishing.
That is that is.
But my mum's the type of person as well that
Your mum's
if she's
amazing.
going to do it, she has to do it well if it's going to have her name on it.
Oh, crikey.
So I would. Do you remember Rosie and Jim? The rag dolls.
Yep, sailing along on the old rag doll.
So I was Rosie at one point.
Amazing.
And she'd even made the bag with Rosie written on it and everything. But I remember that being a real last minute one. And as she was dropping me off, she was like,
never doing this again.
Probably cursing at me.
Yeah, probably. I'm not going to lie, as a parent, probably.
Yeah.
So this, I'm not sure if you can even see it, but I'm going to just take a chunk off here. For those of you that can't see it, because it is sort of see-through, this is, you can use, right, if you have got fuser web, use that. If you've got fuse and bond, use that. This is bond and repair, right? It's a mesh glue, effectively, okay, because I couldn't get a double-sided what have you, okay. That's the honest truth of what's happening here. And this is what the Vliseline rep lady said to do. So I'm going to absolutely take her at her word. She's like, just put a layer of this in between. I'm like, oh, okay then. So we'll do that. We will simply do that. It's just quite difficult to see to cut size. Might have to trim it once it's in there because, you know, it's pretty much see-through. Two ways that you can do this. So with some of the others, what I've done is just laid it over the top and just gone at it with a bit of steam, and that's just laid it on there. So we can sort of start to do that if you want. Don't touch it, just let it take a little bit with the steam.
You're not going to be able to see this on camera, but you can see as soon as that steam hits it, it just like goes down a level and soaks right into that fabric.
So it does just start to adhere. There we go. And if you want to get your little stiletto, where is it? Then you can and do that. And then that just gives it means it's just going to hold it enough for you to then put it in. And now you want to just align your seams when that goes in. If you've got any extra, just tuck it under, tuck it in. It's really quite malleable, like so. And at this point you can clip. And if you've got the Wonder clips that have got the measurements on, and you want to make sure that you're putting these equidistant all the way around, use those. I always forget it's on there. But it does mean that you can just adjust this so that everything is sitting where you need it to sit. And clip it, or you see these little clips just get it. And I can just see I've got a little bit of my webbing there. I'm just going to fold it over so that when I do come to steam it, it's going to hold it perfectly in place. There we go. Oh. And then fold over that bit there. And you can take your time to get these all exactly where you want them to be. It's one of those things, isn't it? We often just get a little bit. You spend your time, take your time. I'm not kind of going to. But yeah, if I was going to, then you can measure that seam all the way around. But because I've clipped my clips on there, I know it's pretty much the same all the way around. And then all I'm going to do is just start to adhere this. I'm going to go in between my clips to start off with.
These fabrics do look great together, don't they?
They look gorgeous together, don't they? Now, if you're using the the S133, then this is going to be, it's going to take you a little bit longer because it's just a little bit thicker. But you will get there. And then that just puts everything together. And then you can hand stitch your inside to your outside, or you can, I used a blanket stitch actually, which worked really nicely.
Elizabeth Crangle says, I love your job, Natasha. You do, however, make it look very easy because of all the experience under your belt.
Well, no, I mean, to be honest, Elizabeth, this is the third one I've made, and that's it. The first one I did wrong because I wasn't reading the instructions.
But it still looks great.
But it does still look great. I mean, that's just it, isn't it? It's that you wouldn't necessarily know. And if you want to turn your binding over like you would any normal binding, then that's just all it is. It just means with this one, it hasn't been done like that. And then, yeah, you can either just sew that on or blanket stitch it or whip stitch it. You can do it however you want. And I would then just go in. And what you can do on the base, by the way, is go at it from that side.
Ah, clever.
Okay, if you want to. But you can really get in and have some fun with that. Or if you've got one of the little mini irons, and I've just got a new one to try actually, I might go into that base in there and just try that. There we go. So that is that. But the book is fabulous and gives you so many different options. So many different options. But how beautiful. And don't they all look so different? So that's with directional, so that all my poppies go the same way. And actually, I think that with some of the Lisa Chandlers, they would look stunning.
Yes.
Stunning, stunning. Or if you just, I really love that one too, and then I just love that one. But then you can just do a block. It shows you how to do all of those in the book. So make the most, please do make the most of the 20% off CAFE. It's not going to be around for very long, that one, that's for sure. Do make the most of that. And what else do we need to tell everybody? If you're not buying any CAFE and you're spending over £50, then you can add your ½ metre of fabric for free and use the code
Free ½ metre. All together, no spaces.
There we go. That. Anything, any other messages?
Any other messages?
It's like assembly where, you know, the staff have to say if they've got any
more announcements.
Any more announcements?
I think we've gone through all
done everything?
the comments so far. So it's just anybody who has been doing the Oriental Baltimore can finally
Yes, that's going to happen tomorrow. That is going to happen tomorrow, as long as it gets delivered.
Yeah.
But they did promise, because I paid within seconds. They're like, crikey, we've never had anyone pay so fast. I'm like, you've never had anyone so desperate to get this fabric, mate.
And then just another reminder that on Wednesday we will have our plain subscription show with Jane.
Oh yeah.
It's coming through the door as you speak.
Is it? Amazing!
Ooh, anyone who didn't hear Jane, the Lisa Chandler has arrived.
I'm just
and
redoing
then
one of my corners.
Over the Jubilee Bank Holiday weekend on the 4th of June, we will be opening up our plain subscription for 24 hours. So anyone,
yeah, that is all it is, isn't it? It's just 24 hours.
For 24 hours, so it will just be for the Saturday. So anyone who wants to join, who hasn't joined, can jump on Saturday and they'll be able to do that. We will, of course, be reminding you on Wednesday with Jane, and then there will be a newsletter towards the end of the week as well with another reminder just in case you forget.
Now, please also do take a look at the new Tilda. There is a fabric embargo on it, which means that we cannot ship it until the 1st. It's here in our warehouses. Most other places aren't getting it shipped quite as early as we did. We got it shipped so that we could have it for our show on the 6th.
Yeah.
But it means that it will be here. It is here in our warehouse. We will not send it early because that's not the agreement.
No.
But if you would like to get your Tilda, and I have to say, SJ, you haven't had a good rummage through it. It is absolutely beautiful.
No,
It's my favourite one.
I had a little look at the images, and they do look great. But yeah, like Natasha said, we can't actually start making and showing you what it really looks like in a project until June. But if you get the fabrics ahead of time, then we will get it shipped out as soon as legally we can. Yeah, and then we'll have the show on the 6th, and you'll be able to potentially have your fabrics as we start making some.
Yeah, that's going to be bank holiday postage allowing.
No, it won't. The post office won't even be open.
But we'll get it to you as soon as we can.
But yeah.
And on that note, it is, like I say, it is possibly the most beautiful collection that I have seen come out of and you know I'm a big Tilda fan, so I am very excited for this.
Tilda have actually changed the way in which they're going to release their fabric collections going forward as well, haven't they? So they're going to have a spring summer collection, an autumn winter collection, and then this is kind of like a bonus collection, and this is the first of their bonus collections that they've done, so a lot's gone into it, I think.
Oh, Tuna has surpassed
and it
herself.
Looks great.
I must email her and tell her, not that she's going to really care that I love it, but you know, I care that I love it, and it's just gorgeous.
It is.
Just gorgeous.
It is. I know some of you have already
gone crazy for it.
Been shopping for it, yeah. So
just stitching round. Sorry, just to interrupt. Just stitching round. I've just zigzagged that one on, and that just firms everything. It's really firm. I'm going to eau de coat some of these.
No, I definitely think that they need to be.
There we go. Yeah, no, do take a look at that. But just to give you a heads up that that is going to be the fabric choice for my new bedroom.
Ooh, yes.
Expect lots of samples. So yeah, just take a little sneaky look at that. And everyone, we will see you here tomorrow to do the Lisa Chandler finishing of the Baltimore. The Oriental Baltimore, which is just gorgeous. And we've missed a couple of months waiting for the fabric to come in, but it is, yeah, like we say, coming in as we speak. Eek!
Yes.
Yes. Right, my loves, you all take care. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to go and feel smug because I've now made 3 bowls this morning. And I'll see you here tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Lots of love. Take care. I mean, behave yourself, and if you can't behave, don't get caught. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I say to my kids. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.